What's up guys, Simon here. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that I mentioned on my channel several times. It's the and sign. That's correct. What the hell is the and sign about? Why do we need to know about it? Why is it important as an entrepreneur, as a developing young adult, etc.? So the and sign is basically the most important sign when you are trying to achieve something. So often when we are young, our parents or teachers or whoever that we're supposed to listen to, they present us with two items and they say, choose this or that. So there we go. We get predisposed to having one and not both. And why I wanted to make a video on the and sign is because as entrepreneurs, as people that are trying to get more, we are constantly striving for more. We should not be limited to choosing between this or that. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and cover the and sign, the importance of the and sign, give you some scenarios and why it's important to have the and mindset versus the this or that mindset where you're limited in life and in your choices. So before I get into it, the biggest favor you could do for me is hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps the YouTube algorithm, but more importantly, it makes me happy, and you should make me happy sometimes too. So let's get into it. So the and sign is very important. You know, oftentimes you go, I want this Rolex or this Rolex, I can only have one. That may be true for a little bit amount of time, but in theory, you should have both or you can have both. You should never limit yourself to just having something while still desiring something else and not thinking you can achieve it. For example, in relationships, you could say, I want a person that's funny and smart.
Holly is sweet and simple, like a lady baker. I would not be surprised to find out that she had worked in a bakery.
But when you settle on someone, you can't just settle on someone that say is smart. They may not do it all for you.
Jen is smart. She poses.
They may not be funny enough during those dinners, etc.
Jan is cold. If she was sitting across from you on a train and she wasn't moving, you might think she was dead.
So you should seek what you really want, and you should not limit yourself with anything out there. So you don't have to choose as we once did when we were young between this flavor or that flavor. You could have both flavors, and that is a big thing to learn as you grow and mature.
Chocolate chip.
So the and sign not only goes in terms of choosing materialistic things, relationships, having a path in life, careers, houses, motorcycles, cars, etc. You have to start thinking that you deserve more than just the one thing.
I think you deserve more than what you've settled for.
And that will allow you to achieve several things. By thinking that you could have one or maybe one, you really limit your mindset to just having that one item. So for example, for me, I don't just want a house, say, in California. I want to be able to have a house elsewhere that I could visit as a vacation home, and then maybe another vacation home, etc. I don't just want to have one Rolex that I'll wear all the time. I want to have variety, and that's what the and sign does. It gives you variety. And if you haven't checked out my video on Rolex watches, you could do so on the channel as well to show you kind of what my mind process or my thoughts are with the and sign. Now, of course, you can't achieve everything all at once. Things will come to you later on. You may be able to buy, say, one item at this time and continue pushing for that same item, but you should never let go of the second or third or fourth item out of your mind as it's not attainable. So when I go into a project, for example, I go, I want this and that and this, and I want it all. I don't settle for a lower quality on anything. I want the best quality in everything. I don't have to settle for anything that's short of what I have imagined, envisioned, or anything like that.
All you got to do is believe in yourself and you can do anything.
Even if it's out of my realm or price range, etc. So I work harder. I find ways to get around cost saving. I do whatever is necessary to make sure that the project is completed as pictured in my mind without cutting any corners. Again, getting back to relationships, you may want a relationship that fulfills several things in your list. And oftentimes I see people settle with individuals that don't provide everything they want. And that is a mistake, because that will not fulfill you ultimately. And because you don't know how to change the mindset, the blueprint, or the goal of that fulfillment, you're going to continue to be unsatisfied. So make sure you always write out what you want, and make sure you don't cross out anything from that list, because ultimately that's what you need to find in a person to be fulfilled or happy, or you have to adjust your goals and expectations to make sure that you do not end up in arguments or breakups or divorce.
What the hell are you doing?
You're not even gonna watch it.
Don't tell me what I am or are not doing.
Oh, what you are not doing? Let's just learn some English.
In business, when you are choosing a product or partnership or anything related to business, the and sign comes into play even more. The and sign is the most important sign to me in business, because it does not limit my business thinking. It does not prevent me from achieving. So it could be anything in related to, I want a nice office, but I also want the best furniture in that office and the best computers and the best TV and everything. That is my mindset. So once I set that picture into the room and I map it out and imagine it, then my mind gets to work and realizes that it is possible and this is how to achieve it. If I had gone into any business idea, business strategy, or anything related to entrepreneurialism, and I limited myself and said, well, I do want to have a business, but I guess I'm going to choose this direction versus that direction, and I can't have both. I can't make $1 million and drive a nice car, etc. I'm already limiting my capabilities. I'm not thinking outside the box. I'm not thinking about my next steps in business, how to achieve $1 million, how to make sure the employees have the most lavish work environment, etc. So you don't want to limit yourself. You never want to structure anyone that you coach, mentor, raise into choose this or that and be done with it. They should be able to have both, and they should think that they deserve both at all times, as should you. Even though it's maybe not achievable in the short term, it is a useful illusion. And because you are creating that illusion for yourself, the mind works miraculously and starts creating ways to achieve the and thing that you want. Remember, the or and this or that is like a tyrant that is going to always limit you from your full capabilities. And you are capable of achieving more and everything that you set for yourself. It's very similar to the book, The Secret. I don't know if you guys have seen that book, but whatever you put in the space or in your vision board, you potentially will get it eventually. If you also are interested, check out my video on the blueprint, what the blueprint is for you in your own life, and the blueprint that you made for yourself, knowingly or unknowingly, and how it affects you. It's on my channel. Highly suggest you check that out. This is a blueprint idea that I personally did not make up. I got it from Tony Robbins, who's well known, obviously you guys know him, but I also give my perspective on the blueprint in that video, so you should check that video out as well. So the and sign to me is a no limit sign. It's just like the American Express Centurion card. Check out that video as well. Sorry for all these video shout outs, but it is like the no limit to you and your desires and your needs, and it forces you to think that you can have everything that you want. You could have this and that versus this or that. You see the difference already? One is positive, this and that. One is negative, this or that. So make a choice. You could choose to have it all, or you could choose to limit yourself and have one of the two. Now, obviously, it's a little bit easier said than done. People are always on some type of financial restriction, or they're always in a different world. You can't live here and there at the same time. However, when you are realistic with your choices and you are dreaming of the next future steps, you really have a possibility to achieve what you really want. You could have this and that will make you much happier than if you just had this and not that. You should not have to give up a career or having children. You could have both, and you could be successful in both, and then you'll figure out how to do both. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't do or. I appreciate it. That's the biggest favor you could do for me, and it'll help the YouTube algorithm. That is the and sign. It is the most important sign for me. You'll see this sign in my new warehouse office when it gets completed everywhere, and it's a good reminder that we all deserve more and we can have more, and you should think that way too. I'll catch you guys here in the next video. Thank you.